Am I the a-hole for not letting my stepdaughter and her family move into my house? When I married my wife, she had 2 kids. Juana was 12 and Iago 8. We had 2 of our own afterward. Juana and Iago's dad, Juan, in my opinion, is not a good guy. He rarely paid child support, and he worked under the table a lot to lower the amount he should pay. One Christmas, he stayed with us so he see the kids open gifts in the morning. He dared to switch a label on a gift I got Iago, so it came from him. I just swallowed the ill-mannered behavior to not start a fight with the kids present. His kids love him though. He can do no wrong in their eyes. When Juana got married, he walked her down the aisle even though I paid for the wedding. I wasn't even acknowledged on the invitation. Once again, I didn't start making a scene because the wedding wasn't about me. When Juana had her first child, I was told in no uncertain terms that I was not going to be her kid's grandfather. I was just her mom's husband. Iago and I are friends. He is always polite with me and we have bonded somewhat. After their mom passed away, he still came to see me and we often shared a meal. He had brought his fiancée to meet me and he hand-delivered my invitation to make sure I knew he wanted me there. Since her mom's passing, Juana has not contacted me. The funeral was the last time I saw her or her kids. I thought Iago's wedding would be the next time I would see her. However, the economy has kicked her family pretty hard and they lost their house. They need a place to stay. She called about moving in with me. She wants me to move my kids into their old rooms so her family can have the basement suite in my house. I told her no, I wasn't going to uproot my kids from their area to accommodate her. I offered to let her have 2 rooms upstairs with me. She said she didn't want that, only the basement suite would do. I said it wasn't going to happen and left it at that. Her father won't or can't help her out since he lives in a bachelor's apartment while Iago lives in another city. Juana said that if her mother were alive, she would make me let her have the basement since it was her house too. I reminded her that I owned the house before I married her mom and that it was 100% mine. Iago has reached out and I made sure he knew the whole story. He knows I offered her 2 rooms for free. He said she was dumb not to take the help. I feel bad about this whole situation, but I'm not going to move my kids out of their space. They are teenagers now and I am teaching them to take care of themselves. They are also still dealing with losing their mom. I am not super excited about letting someone who dislikes me into our lives, but I'm still willing to help her. I feel like an a-hole, but I am not changing my mind.
Here are the top comments.
Not the a-hole. You were always her mother's husband, not her stepfather.
Your stepdaughter painted herself in this corner and she'll need to figure a way out. Personally, I think you need to rescind the offer of 2 rooms upstairs as I don't trust her and her husband. They might bully and harass your bio kids into giving up their space for her and her family. And like most leeches, once they move into free housing, getting them back out will take a Vatican-authenticated miracle. They're so adamant about having the basement apartment because she already knows this is a long-term living situation.